Guys, I just wanted to share a quick video with everyone. I recently had something that I already knew, but it's like one of those things, you know the lesson, but something I've actually learned firsthand, which is the importance of consistency in business. So I was talking to one of my business coaches, and basically we had set a simple task of making 20 calls a day. These last couple of weeks, whilst I have been making those calls, most days, there have been the occasional days that I've missed it. And, that's just because of life. Like, things got up in the way. Some days I was lazy, full responsibility. And then some days as well, I'd be busy with, girlfriend, gym, etc. There'd just be something that would get in the way. And I was talking to him, and he just mentioned how important consistency was. And then on doing that too, I also have tracked everything in my business. And I've got, as you can see in this title of this Excel sheet, is my input to output projection. So I know, based off how many calls I make, how many clients I'm going to get. And right now, the average is 70. So every 70 calls I make, I get on average one client. And that's great. And that's awesome. And it's as simple as an input and output equation. And when you've got something that simple and you've got a machine that's scalable, you've just got to put in more inputs. And my problem is I wasn't putting those inputs, and it was slowing down the growth of my business. One thing I did, which is in front of you, and I want to share this with you, is just I tracked it. So I tracked how many dials I was making currently, which was on average, it was like 60 calls a week. So there was about 2 days every week I would make 20 dials. I then tracked how much the output I would get from making 20 calls every day consistently. So 100 a week. And then I went up to 25, to 30, to 35, to 40, to 45. You can see it here. So this is using my current data, right? And we'll track this a bit. We'll go down the bottom a bit later. But like, if you can just see here. So, based off how things are going, which are going quite well. I'm only 3 months into this business right now. But I'm expected, off the data that we have, to be hitting a yearly revenue of 88K by the end of this year. However, just by being consistent, just by making those 40 extra calls each week, from the 2 days I was slacking off, look at that difference in the revenue. It's like a 50K plus difference from making 40 extra calls a week. And then if you just look down this list here, how big this difference is, how different, when I change these inputs, how different the outputs are. And it's as simple as that. Your business is a system, right? You're putting in inputs, you're getting outputs, and you're analyzing the data and inputs and why it's working and why it's not working. But I just really wanted to share this with you guys because consistency is so important, and slacking off is going to cost you. And, I'll come down to the averages. I did some calculations, sort of the current situation, worst case situation, realistic situation, and I got some averages from that. But just looking at this, right? So the difference between me being consistent where I currently am, the difference between me not being consistent to being consistent to where is $30,000. So on average, by being consistent, it's costing me $30,000 every year. And that's at this stage of my business, which is new. It's going to cost me even more later on. And once the business scales up, it's going to cost me even more. So wherever your business is at the moment, it's just important to be aware that your consistency changes everything. Are you consistent with your outreach? Are you consistent with the hours you're putting in? Because it might not seem like a lot. It might just seem like $20 once or twice a week that I'm missing out on. But I'm still doing it 3 times a week, right? But these numbers add up. And I implore you, if you've got tracking of your input to output machine of your business, to put these numbers in and work out how much your consistency is costing you. More importantly, too, like $20 consistently was a $30,000 difference. But just by making an extra 5 calls a day, I literally make an extra $18,000 a year. And by doing this, it motivates me to put more inputs because I see the difference in the outputs. I hope this video was good for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. But yeah, just got to be consistent. Got to focus on those inputs. Make sure you're consistently inputting into the machine so you can consistently get those outputs and maximize those outputs. Thanks for watching. Cheers.